Hi, welcome to EB Spares. We've recently had a number of inquiries about gear linkage for Alfettas and Alfa 75s, and in this short video I'd like to show you some of the components we supply. Now, the early cars have a very basic setup. It's a solid rod bolted to the selector shaft at the front of the gearbox and a small bush with a nut and bolt at the base of the lever. Now, this bush really is the only part that wears out on the early cars, and along with the rubber boot that covers this assembly. The later cars have what we call isostatic gear linkage. Now, when this was introduced in the late 80s, it was a massive improvement on the early cars. Okay, here we have the isostatic linkage in close-up. The main rod runs front to back, and the gear selector out of the front of the gearbox locates into this boss here. There's a small roll pin that, once has been removed, should enable those two parts to come apart. Unfortunately, they have a habit of rusting together and can be very difficult to get apart. This rose joint here is a part that we can supply. The bolt runs through the gearbox mount, and the rose joint acts as a fixed point for the whole assembly to swivel on. Now, these rose joints can wear out quite badly. As you can see, there's absolutely no bearing surface left in that one at all. Originally they had a little rubber boot. Now, these aren't available at the moment, but I've sent some samples away to be remanufactured, and hopefully we'll have that kit available in the new year. The main actuation arm has a large ball joint and a pivot point. Now, the pivot point is two nylon top hats and a metal sleeve. If your actuation arm is in good order, you don't have to buy everything. You can just buy these little top hats. This swivelling section here has two O-rings and two nylon washers that fit into this housing. And what this does is this actually twists the gear selector shaft when you go from first to second and across to fifth and reverse, and it twists the selector shaft. So again, these are things that actually wear out and we can supply now as a kit. And finally, we have the rod with the two ball joints, this section here. Now, these ball joints are notoriously bad for wearing out, and you can see that there's quite a lot of movement in that one. I've actually seen them where they've actually come apart totally. So there are links for these products in the description box below, or you can go direct to the website www.ebspares.co.uk. If you need any info on parts or products we supply, please let us know and we'll try to help. Until next time.